That hurt. More verticality. Recording in progress. All right. Welcome to the Straight Red Card. Getting so good at that timing. You know how I told you I was feeling stupid on pregame? I feel like I'm dumb today. I know what it is. All my sinuses are all clogged up. My nose is all clogged up.
Yeah.
It's, it's allergy season. And man, is it hit me hard, dude. Hard as a rock today. Just bam! Allergies. Have some. I feel like my whole head is swollen. Oh, right here. That's where the tension is. The turd in the background. Welcome back to the Straight Red Card, the only soccer show where a host claims that he'll fuck a blow-up doll if the U.S. men's national team beat England. Oh, why do I say those things? I'm getting myself in so much trouble. Oh, God.
I have to sit there and think, like when I was about to point to you, I almost pointed as if I'm pointing to you on the screen.
Yeah.
No, shit, no, everything's backwards.
Gotta do it the opposite direction. Yeah, it's weird.
And up is still up, though.
Yeah, I hope my mom's not watching tonight. I mean, she's never watched my shit before, so why would she start tonight? But it is funny because she called me before the show and she's like, yeah, so how are things going? Then she's like, oh yeah, you got your show, your soccer show tonight. I'm like, God damn, my mom knows the soccer show's schedule? Because I told her you won't be able to reach me between this time and that time. So she knows. But she doesn't watch. My mom's not a real YouTube kind of gal. My dad does. He likes watching sports replays on YouTube. So, all right. Again, thank you, Kurt.
We got John Johnston. Yeah. In the chat, who offered that question that started this whole thing.
All right, JJ, you win. I noticed Brett didn't commit to doing anything.
Oh, you jumped on that grenade for me. Thanks, I appreciate that.
All right.
What will you do if you beat England? I'll fuck a sex doll, and I'm like, I don't gotta say a fucking thing now.
Oh God, yeah, that's right up there with the guy I read about or watched today on YouTube who, those big wood chippers, right in the back. Yeah,
yes,
the big wood chippers. And this guy, it was his first day of the job, and one of the sticks got kind of jammed in the wood chipper. So he took his foot and he slammed down on it, and it sucked him through, turned him into fucking pieces of little humanness. I mean, there's something you just don't do. You just don't do that. I mean, at least your first day of job, you're like, how do I fix this jam? Because I'm not putting my hand in there. How do I fix this jam? Because I'm not putting a limb in there.
I would look at that and go, well, I guess we go home. This is fucked.
I mean, it's horrible.
Anybody got a bigger stick, maybe? I don't know.
Oh my God. Don't do it. Don't stick your limb in the machine, dude. God. But these things are, I mean, I can't stop watching them. It's like the shark show, right? Sharks happen. People get eaten by sharks, and there's a big report. I gotta watch it. I don't know. Weird.
I don't know. Guy getting devoured by wood chipper probably wouldn't be on my list of. I gotta see this.
Well, that's the whole thing about the episodes. It has multiple of them in there, and it doesn't really tell you what you're getting into. It's like Darwin something awards this year or whatever, and then it tells you who they are. Darwin's theory in action. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. We're all going to die, though. So
the guy clearly never watched Fargo.
Yep. Yeah, he blew that one big time.
Here we go. Daniel's got it down. This is what you do.
Another stick in before my foot.
Just a thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have just raised my hand and said, hey, this thing's jammed. It's my first day. I'm not touching this. You fix it. So,
but man, right before, obviously you've been getting on the show or StreamYards like 20 minutes, 30 minutes early.
I have
just to make sure your computer doesn't shit on you.
Well, I ran a virus check yesterday. You want to know how many what are the spyware things I had? Like adware?
What's up?
1,845 because I hadn't done it for like 2 months. So that's what was slowing down my computer and making me see double on YouTube.
Here, just watch your porn on your phone like everybody else.
It's too small.
Don't do it on the computer.
My vision's limited. So I need a big screen.
You got like the reading glasses or bifocals to watch your porn on your phone.
I can't see the details. How hot is this girl? I need to know. All right.
No, but so seriously though. So before the show, I generally get on early enough to where we can chat about the show beforehand. And so today, it's like I had to run back upstairs, grab something to put it back in the fridge and everything. And it's like 7:54. So it's like, okay, got plenty of time to do all this. I'm going to go upstairs, get this, then some dinner, wife, when we put in the fridge. Grabbed it, put it in the fridge. And then my dog's right next to the back door. So I was like, oh, she needs to go outside. Well, we got time for
Monty
that.
out. Yeah.
So I opened the sliding glass door and I go and open up it was weird because I was like, the door's still, the screen door is still open. And I opened it up and I saw this little tiny twig. A little tiny twig was in there, so I kind of wedged, so it wasn't closing. I was like, well, first off, this probably would have unjammed that, log jam, wood chipper.
Yes.
No, second off, I threw it out, and I'm like, oh, I need to go out there because we're letting Charlie's swim vet, her little safety vest.
Charlie's your daughter, yeah.
Yeah. We're letting it dry outside because she went to the pool today.
Mm-hmm.
And went out and grabbed it, came back to the door, and the door is locked.
Oh.
And I'm like,
did you take her phone out there at least?
No, my phone was inside.
Because I was texting you all kinds of shit. Like, we got a special guest coming on late in the show. Hey, can you send him a link? And, Jesus.
So I'm out there. And I go, the person who let Monty out last must have locked the door, not realizing that the door wasn't shut. So when I opened it up and walked out, it shut and locked it. It was already locked. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, fuck, how the hell am I going to get in my house? I actually don't even know the garage door open, pad number, to even get in my fucking. I've only lived here a year, guys. How am I supposed to remember those 4 digits? But kidding. I'm sitting there like Charlie's sitting at the kitchen table with her iPad watching a show. Mother-in-law was half asleep on the couch watching something with volume up, and Jackson was face deep on his iPad. I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to get inside. I'm stuck outside. I'm going to find a place to sleep outside. So I'm knocking on the window of the kitchen going, Charlie, open the door. She comes to open the door. I get back in here with 7-8 minutes to spare, but I was like, I'm like, podcast.
Wow, this is going to be a real in-detailed pregame, pre-show wrap up. So, or wrap in, whatever you want to call it. You would
have just been sitting there in the waiting room going, when the fuck's Brett getting here?
Where's Brett? It's 8:15. Where is this motherfucker? Maybe he did think the show was 8.
Jose Lopez has an answer for me. Go through the chimney like a man.
I don't think you have a chimney, do you?
I actually do have a chimney.
Really?
My house was built in the early 90s, so they still made them with chimneys back then.
Sweet ass. Nice.
But I've seen gremlins, guys. I know what happens when a normal person goes up and down a chimney. They get stuck, they die, and then torment the kids as a rotting carcass coming down during Christmas time.
Right. All this, you getting locked out and then, getting stuck in a chimney reminds me of one of the other videos I watched, which was the 2 morons. I don't know what this big balloon thing is in the field, but it was sort of an artistic balloon and it was blown up. There's some sort of gas keeping it blown up, right? But it was a big dome. I can't remember exactly what it looked like. And so these 2 morons who were dating at the time thought, let's get inside the balloon and fuck. And so there was a little tiny door. Like they had to squeeze through it to get in there. So they unzipped it. They both crawled in there. And then they sort of zipped it almost all the way, leaving a little crack. Well, the zipper's only on the outside. So somebody else came along and went, why is this is deflating? And they zipped it all the way and shut it and then walked off. And these 2 fuckers suffocated in there, in that balloon. And I don't know what kind of gas it was. One year, a group of us all went to an Indy 11 game. And
we're all cheering in the Brickyard Battalion section. Yeah, go Indy. And my friend's wife, who's not made an appearance, but has verbally made an appearance through stories on the show before, comes back and states, I went to the porta potties, the line, you guys are waiting in that line, you go to the porta potty, etc. Yep. And I went in there. I went to one, and I could hear him. There are two people having sex in the porta potty. And so you were talking about suffocating in that balloon item. I imagine that they must have suffocated in there, man. Those things do not smell nice.
No, that is not an appealing place to have sex.
It's like there are legit bathrooms just around the fucking corner. Why would you do it in a porta potty?
When you could do it in a stall, gross. But still, it's gonna smell like piss and shit.
Everybody people in the stadium, go out to your fucking car. How about that?
Don't come to the game. Go home and do laundry and fuck on the laundry machine.
Seriously, something else. I mean,
but nah. But there are people that are into that.
They had a niche and they had to scratch it, Derek. Apparently,
no, there are actually people into shit and piss. Maybe they like that. So easy cleanup, I guess.
Jose Lopez says easy cleanup. Chris Carey says hope someone tipped it over.
Yeah. So before we get into questions, one thing I have to say: if Stu Holden says another nice thing about Nations League during the Euro games that are on, okay, which is fine for them because Germany's getting to play England, England's getting to play Germany. This is good prep for them for the World Cup.
Switzerland, yeah.
But we got to go fucking play Grenada, and we'll get into that. It is Grenada. We know how to pronounce it.
Granuda.
But
you got to roll the R's too.
All week I've been watching videos of people saying, one person saying Grenada, the other person saying Grenada, the other person saying Grenada. So yeah, and it happened again in the presser today, which I think was really fun.
We'll go over that too.
Yeah, Stu needs to shut the fuck up. This is good for them, but it ain't good for us because right now we could have organized a friendly against Argentina or another team. I don't know who, but fuck it.
This might benefit El Salvador and Grenada to play us.
Them,
but it's not benefiting us in the slightest. So this is.
I mean,
we went into this before, but it's just oh my god.
The whole Gregg presser is, Gregg saying, "Hey, you got to respect every opponent." Well, in his head, he's going, "Not this one." But they did just tie El Salvador, didn't they?
Yeah, shit happens.
So either El Salvador played some scrubs, or they just didn't show up. One of the two, because they should be beating Grenada.
Well, they also beat Grenada as well.
Yes, they did.
So it's funny that they played their two games against each other. Now they have to wait to play us. So they play us once now, and then we don't play again till like next May or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, I know.
So it's I don't know. I feel like they could have planned it out to where they almost could have just played them back to back.
Yeah.
Let's get this over with so we can actually start scheduling real games.
Right? Yeah, it's just annoying. And I mean, okay, Herc, Stu, at least say it's good for them. It's not going to be good for us because it isn't.
Derek, improving the entire federation is going to make us stronger.
I don't know.
CONCACAF together, strong.
It would take a whole big rush of Brazilian immigrants to the island of Grenada to ever make them any better than what they are now, because they have no money. All right, the federation has no money. The players are all from USL, or the majority of them are, or play domestically. I'm sorry, they're just not going to be that good. Holy Christ!
Can you hear Chuckles?
Man, she's going batshit, huh?
She's on the stairs, like.
Oh, by the way, someone said, bring the kids on the camera.
Phone call.
Someone said, bring the kids on the camera. No. I love all you guys, but I'm guessing at least one of the 2,000 people that usually watches our show might be a perv. So You know, we got to be careful.
It's a safe assumption to make. There's got to be somebody out there, but no, yeah. Quite frankly, I've talked about with Jackson, because Jackson's always like, I want to start a YouTube channel. I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do? He goes, I'll play games. I'm like, okay, that's a fair option to do. I mean, could easily start a YouTube channel, but I want to say, if you were to start a YouTube channel today, and I'm not going to help you with any fucking editing of the video by any means.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to do is set up I'm going to make him a VR tuber, which means that whenever people see him through the camera, it's just a virtual character, like a fox or a rabbit or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, you're not showing your fucking face until you're like out of this house.
That's right. You turn 18, you can do some shit, but until then,
you get the tens of thousands of subs all the way up until your 18th birthday, and then you can have a face reveal. At that point, I don't care.
Besides, everyone and their mom has a YouTube page where they play games, video games now. It's like everyone does. Isn't that how Destiny started? He started as a fucking video game guy, you know, and he's huge. And I think there's some other guys too that are kind of did the same thing.
All right, let's cover the super chat.
All right. Did you say stupid chat? It's super,
It's super chat.
It's super because it's $5. CONCACAF Nations League is great for everyone except Mexico and USA and probably Canada at this point.
Yeah, at this point, yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, I don't think it does the rest of us many favors. Maybe Honduras and Costa Rica. They're in that category.
I really don't know if it does them any favors either, because it doesn't. Still, again, quite frankly, those 5 teams we just mentioned right there would probably be picking up South American or European competition in these open windows, like we have in the past. Yep. And again, Europe throwing together the Nations League concept is great for them because they're constantly playing top level competition.
Yeah, and it's because they have 4 groups of A, right? Is it 3 groups of A? There's like A1, A2, A3. Those are like the first 3 levels. And they're full with all the great teams, but even the level 2 teams aren't too bad.
I mean, I feel like I imagine that their system is similar to ours. I imagine it's just a carbon copy. We carbon copied them in the sense that at the end of the Nations League, the bottom 2 get relegated down to whatever the B level is,
and so forth. The last place one.
I don't know. I'm saying random numbers here. I'm not 100% positive.
All right. Well, just don't misinform people.
When do we ever inform people?
All right. Yeah.
So come here for the facts. Come here for the face.
It's something like that. Yeah. There's a promotion relegation thing going on there. There's no doubt about it. So, yeah. I'd agree with that statement, John. It's certainly not helping us right now. And we could have, in the old days, be playing Argentina, or we could even be playing Switzerland. Or
I mean, how often during a cycle would we face Brazil? At least twice.
I know, but we never see them anymore because now there are just so few friendlies. So
few open windows.
Yeah, to do some shit. And then Herc got some major shit on his tweet, right? You tweet. Did you see the tweet?
I did see the tweet, but I do not have the tweet up to pull.
Okay. It basically says...
it said Yunus Musah was a poor man's Nagby, basically.
And then later on, he went on a show, and he said, maybe I could have worded that better, but I'm not apologizing. I'm like, well, you don't have to apologize, but you should have worded it better.
Everybody is allowed their opinion.
But he's wrong because he's not a poor man's Nagby. No, because later on he went on to say, well, they're actually really very similar. So that's not a poor man's anything. Like if they're similar,
you'd say they're the similar type player, but then by saying you're a poor man's anybody, you're saying that you're a weaker, not as talented, so forth. So like
lower ceiling, the whole 9.
Like
I don't think he knows what that means.
Random new martial art person is a poor man's Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's not something that, like, hey, that's great. That's saying, yeah, you know martial arts, but you're no Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Man, yeah, that's a really offensive thing to say about somebody. Like if I were to go up to, let's say, Taylor Twellman, and I said, yeah, you're a poor man's center forward in the MLS. I'm sure he wouldn't like that because when he played in the MLS, he wasn't a poor man's anything. He probably didn't get what?
I go, you're a poor man's Chad Barrett.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
probably vice versa, actually. But
I mean, what that actually means, Herc, when you call somebody a poor man's version of something else, like I could go up to some guy off the street who has no talent, looks nothing like Brad Pitt, but maybe a little, I don't know. And I say, man, you're a real poor man's Brad Pitt. He might say, what?
well, yeah.
Fuck you,
And
dude. You know,
not only that, but I mean, everybody else is talking about this in the chat, but everybody's talking about they don't even play similar.
no,
They are outside of saying that maybe they both are pretty silky smooth on the ball.
and they both can't finish in the final third. Can't score goals, can't get assists. Those things are similar, but I wouldn't call them a poor man's thing because I don't know if it got lost in translation with Herc, but sometimes we will all of us will use a saying or a quote, and we come to know it to mean this when actually it means something way worse than we thought.
Jackie agreed with you on this.
Both good on the ball, but lack the final ball. Yep, difference is Musah is 19. No shit, and has a higher ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And Nagby doesn't want to play for us anyhow. So,
anymore.
I mean, all right. So I'm not picking on Herc. We love Herc, but he did blow it, and he should have said, and I think he did so much on the show say, yeah, I should have said that a different way. Like, you know.
Well, and again, he's welcome to his opinion.
That's not his opinion. It's not his opinion, though. He even came back, like I just told you, and said, that's not really what I should have said. And then he said,
you could have worded it better.
And then he said, they're really just, what I was trying to say is they're really similar. Well, if you're trying to say,
well, then that's just a poor choice of words.
Yeah, then that's just bad wording. That's like, that's somebody who's too used to maybe just spouting off without thinking about it first, because that means something way different than I think it meant to him.
All right. Yeah, no, absolutely.
So that's all I was saying.
So random device. Oh, it's my wife's iPad. I don't know if you heard the ding. It started dinging over here.
I heard it ding.
My phone is over there. What the fuck? Making a giant mess here, though.
I just thought it was your balls clanking together, personally.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Your two metal balls.
Hey.
All right, so do we have any other questions?
I mean, we have questions. Do you want to hold those off until the end of the show?
Let's just take one of them now. Let's split them up a little.
All right. I'll pick that mess up later, I guess. Or I'll leave it for her to pick up. No, I'll pick it up later. That wasn't bad. I made a mess when pulling that iPad out.
Oh, okay.
She would have walked into her office going, what the fuck happened here?
All right.
Okay. Oh, no, actually, let's not take any questions. Let's talk about some potential rumors.
Okay, you got a rumor?
I have a couple here.
Oh, this is the Samba rumor?
It is.
I don't know if that's even a rumor at this point.
Well, it's not anymore. I mean, he's flat out stated stuff. But Chris Gary has mentioned how Samba may be heading out of Forest, leaving Horvath, their number one. And I was nice enough to bring this up on our last show or the Monday prior or whatever. And then he flat out came out immediately and said, guys, I was bullshitting. That's not a rumor. I'm like, you motherfucker.
You are psychic.
You're lucky I like you. Yeah, you're secretly psychic. Yeah, because apparently he says Nottingham Forest suffered a major blow as goalkeeper Bryce Samba informs club he won't be signing a new contract. Deal ends 2023 and reluctantly intends to leave this summer.
Okay, here's the problem. They're actively trying to sign Nick Pope now. Okay, so
Nick Pope's son?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this guy's a goalkeeper, but he's not from his loins. But the problem is, if there is another guy who can challenge Horvath for the number one spot, we know from history he will become a number two.
I'll sit the pine.
Hey, Nick, you have to go. I'll go red some pine, drink some Coca-Cola, eat a Snickers, watch you, cheer you on. That's Horvath. Horvath needs to get meaner, man, and be like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Pope will not go to another relegation team. Nick Pope sucks. Yeah, but Horvath has not been the kind of guy to stand up and say, fuck you, coach, play me. Play me.
Well, here's the important question. If If Horvath becomes Nottingham's number one, while Stefan and Turner sit bench, who do you think Gregg will start?
You know it's still going to be Stefan.
Yeah, and then that'll amplify the hypocrisy that is Gregg Berhalter.
He's so used to being hypocritical at this point.
I mean,
no one calls him out on it.
No, but I mean, it's like, that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, I'd love it if we actually had a starting goalkeeper leading into the World Cup. It'd be amazing because we know that Turner is going to be sitting bench.
Yeah.
And unless Stefan gets a loan, we know he's going to be sitting bench.
Stefan will get a loan, from what I'm hearing. Talk is hot. So he's got multiple offers right now.
Not only that, but then he was talking about how, like, going into the World Cup, I don't know who's going to be. It's going to be all off of form and everything like that. It could be Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson's playing consistently. If everybody's on the bench, and he might be our starting goalkeeper come World Cup. We'll see.
I doubt it because
we'll see.
I don't think Gregg will let that happen. But
if that was the case, then we would have seen it the entire World Cup qualifying. Why was Stefan and why was Turner ahead of Johnson the entire qualifying round?
Well,
he was the only one playing the game. Well, I take it back. Turner was playing.
Yeah,
I take that 100% back.
Yeah.
Regardless, when Stefan played, why was he playing over Sean Johnson? Sean Johnson wasn't playing over him.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is the fact that Samba's leaving Nottingham Forest does not make it a 100% thing that Horvath's going to be the starter there. I wish it did. I want to believe that, but Horvath has proven to me he likes to Horvath. Horvath under a pope. He is an altar boy. I don't know.
He does like to sit on the pews.
Ooh.
Hey.
All right.
Thanks, Just Alex, for pointing that out.
Okay. All right. So there's
not safe for work. Turd joke by Chris Gary.
Pulisic's new haircut. Did we talk about that yet?
Nope. He's next.
That is all the rage.
So let's show the picture. We've got a video. My alt account, Brett W, ended up sending me the video of Pulisic playing with Walker Zimmerman's baby. So let's start with just the photo.
What's he doing with the baby?
He's playing.
Oh, okay. I hope this is
rated. He's not a pope.
Rated
so
G.
This is what we're looking at here.
Okay.
What is this?
I don't know. It's too much. That'd be my first words. He can do whatever the fuck he wants with his hair. He can take a shit on it. I can rub it in. I don't care.
What is it? The late 90s, early 2000s, and is he in a boy band? What the hell is this?
Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of people were saying.
Bye.
But Ferrero liked it in his interview today. He said, "I like it. I think a guy
looks like a cheetah."
He said, "Pulisic can pull that off." Maybe his parents' eyes are getting bad, and they want to be able to see who's who on the field.
So it was funny because we always said that about we said that about Zardes, and we said that about
Zardes.
But then Yedlin went and dyed his hair green, so now it blends in with the grass underneath his feet. So I mean, you can't see him anywhere.
Yeah, well, Yedlin's just a sort of impulsive dude, but Zardes has said in interviews, "I do that so when my grandma watches me on TV, we always say, make sure you share this with your grandma, that she knows which player is me." So my mom calls him Skunkhead because of that, because she doesn't ever remember his name. She said, "Oh, look, Skunkhead's on the team." You know,
that's not Bodie from Point Break. His hair's not long enough for that. He's got a little bit of time before he's so. Not
and somebody else called it a mohawk. I think that was.
It's definitely not a mohawk.
That was Seb, I think, who said that on her.
That's nothing.
It's not.
We got Casanova talking about the obsession with mullets, and that's not even a mullet.
No,
it's like a reverse mullet.
It's
the front of his hair is the front of his hair is longer than the back.
Yes,
so it's what party in the front, business in the back. That sounds weird.
It's not even long enough. It's not even long enough to be a party in the front. Honestly, let's be honest. That's sort of half a party.
It was like I said that, I'm like, ooh, that doesn't sound great.
It's half a party. It's like going to a strip club where you can only see the boobs with stickers on them. I mean, what's the point of that? You know, what's the point? I mean, here's someone who never went to strip clubs. I just didn't. I went to 2 my whole life when I was younger, but you know, it's not quite the same thing. Oh, until we went to Louisville, where they don't have any of those laws. and it was one of my friend's birthdays.
Full nude, no alcohol. What the hell is that?
Full
all about?
fucking nude and all up in your grill too, and you're like, I'm a poor college student. I only have $10 left. Please stop dancing on my lap. I can't afford it.
Oh, please. You're like, I got $10. $10?
Dude, I found it very skanky. I'm sorry. All right. I did. I was not turned on at all.
Let me share this.
You know what they call those down in Louisville? It's the Beaver Bar.
The Beaver?
It's a Beaver Bar.
Down by the creek?
They can show it all. And they do spread and all that. Yeah.
Given how many dry counties are in Kentucky and Tennessee, it's kind of fascinating that they have all nude.
Yeah. I don't know if they still do. They did back in 1990.
The last time I was down there, been down for a New Year's celebrations pre-kids. And
it's fun without kids, Louisville.
And we went. And it was full nude. So
one of the best military museums in the world, military history museums in the world, in Louisville. If you care about that kind of thing, that's where you got to go. Sure. And I know at least one of you do, because you said I'm into history on one of our, shows. All right, so
here's a video of the cheetah playing with baby. Look,
what the hell?
It's got a fan.
Peekaboo.
Oh, wait.
There it is.
He's got away with kids.
What did he say? I
can acknowledge that. That's he's got it down.
Yeah, no, he's a good kid. You can tell his heart's in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say los? That's a German word. I wondered. I thought I heard that, but I might be wrong. Which means go.
I heard peekaboo.
I heard peekaboo, but I thought he said los. Anyhow, Tyler Adams may possibly be on his way out of Leipzig. Reports state that 3 clubs have shown interest in the U.S. international Leeds United, Benfica, and Sofia. Sofia is a good team, but
that's what most of the comments were saying. Let's say, hey, send to Sofia. So
the thing is, they don't really have a record of any Americans getting playing time when they go to Spain. Not the top.
What about Rossi? When he was healthy and he didn't have blown out knees, he was getting playing time.
Yeah, but he didn't play for the U.S. So
what about Joe?
Not Josie.
What about Matt?
Yeah. What about
Matt?
What about all those Matts? Hoppy and Miazga.
That's why I had 2 Matts there.
I guess I'd rather go somewhere where I know he's going to play.
Apparently not Benfica anymore.
Exactly why?
They didn't like the price.
Well, it's going to be high.
Leipzig highballed.
Yeah, it's going to be high. So that's the other question.
There we go. I knew. Oh, good Lord. How did we miss both of these?
Oh, yeah.
Musah and Dest.
Well, Musah, yeah. Okay. But they don't really consider him American. Dest, they don't really consider him American either.
This is the same conversation we had when we talked about whether or not if Leeds ends up picking up Brooks on the free, would people be like, oh, it's too many Americans? But then we both were like, I don't think that they probably consider Brooks American.
Probably not, but Brooks is going to Hoffenheim, say all the rumors.
Play next to the other 2 center back Americans.
No, there's only Richards.
Che.
Yeah, but he doesn't play.
Yeah, yet.
Yet. I mean, he isn't playing yet.
Yeah.
But and they had the worst. Well, actually, they had the worst defense in the league after Richards got injured. They gave up.
Right, Richards kept them up.
In 16 games, they gave up like 30-something goals. It was the worst record in the Bundesliga, and that dropped them all the way to 9th. They're lucky. They're lucky they didn't have this fallout earlier. But yeah, once Richards left the starting lineup, they fell apart in the back 3.
Sorry, Daniel. I like that comment.
Poor man's Nagby plays in Spain. Yeah, when's the last time Nagby played at Valencia, bitch? No offense, I'm not calling her a bitch. Okay, it's not what I'm saying. It's just a saying. It's kind of like the poor man's thing. It's a saying. All right. Do we have any other questions? Or What keeps banging? Are your two balls banging together again?
Let's do this.
What is it?
I don't even know. iPad.
Oh, it's an iPad.
I muted it, but for whatever reason, it's still dinging on me. So I just shut it off.
That's what she said. All right. Okay, let's show this. Okay, we did the whole thing where we did a whole skit where I kept saying Grenada, 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 just as a joke, because all week I've been listening to people say Grenada, then they'd say Grenada, then they'd say Grenada, then they'd say Grenada, and they went back and forth. I was making fun of them. I'm sorry if you didn't get the joke, but I do know how to say Grenada. But let's watch today's presser with Gregg. Let's start
real quick.
25.
This is just a preview of what you guys are going to expect in a few minutes.
The lock starters. we got to get off today by 9:30, just so you know. And I don't mean get off like this. I mean get off the stream.
We can do both.
Well, we're going to have a special guest at the end of the show. And then we're hoping you're going to go to his show to follow his
her show.
It's a very experimental show. And I hope it works out for him. I hope he doesn't get any prank calls.
Her show. No.
I hope he's got a good screener. That's all I got to say.
She's got a good screener.
He's doing a phone call.
She's doing a phone call.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Give it up, Brett. We only know Meg, and she's not doing a new show tonight.
You don't know.
All right. It's a dude. Looks like a lady. No, he doesn't actually at all. He doesn't even shave. All right. So
where we start? Hold on.
25 seconds.
You know what? Oh,
these are all going to be a second clip. 25 seconds in. Here we go. Here's first pronunciation.
Get out of there.
Gelling within the group. Like if Haji Wright scores 2 goals against Grenada.
There's one.
There's a Grenada.
Now go to 110.
League, and we want to get off to a good start, and it means beating Grenada tomorrow.
Grenada.
220, 247.
It's a lot of effort to make a point.
But still, it's funny. I don't know. It's funny to me.
Commercial break.
Not the same Deloitte commercial.
Genuine and distinctive purpose.
I don't even know what Deloitte is, but I don't want to.
And anything's possible.
They play this every 20 seconds.
Deloitte,
Yeah.
proud sponsor of She Believes.
To execute the game plan and to give Grenada a lot of problems.
Another Grenada.
Okay. And then 12:39, it gets even better.
12:39. What a jump. No Grenada before then.
Not a word said about the country.
What was it? 12 what?
12:39.
39.
Watch this double slip up.
Perez has done a great job with their group. We've watched Grenada play. Grenada play.
Grenada?
Playing.
It's like he watches our show.
I know.
He's in on the joke.
He's in on the joke. He knows it. But I think Gregg thinks it's Grenada. While all the press guys have been saying Grenada, so he might have caught on by this time. Gone, shit, maybe it's Grenada.
It's a Grenada.
All right, so, okay, that's funny and shit. But there's a real thing he talks about at 625 about Weah playing center forward, since we've all been saying, can that happen, please? Here's what he says about it, 625.
Timmy, most of the time he plays as a striker. There's another guy up there next to him. He plays.
Believe in who you are.
Why?
Holy shit! Quit ramming this down our throat, you motherfuckers!
I don't know.
And
What is
anything's
Deloitte?
possible.
I don't know what it even is.
I don't know what Deloitte does.
Deloitte,
Apparently
proud
something with
sponsor
women's
of She
soccer.
Believes.
A sponsor of fucking shit.
And for us, him playing as a high.
Deloitte's now new sponsor of this Sure Ed card because we keep watching USFF content.
That commercial's so short and meaningless. I don't even know. I mean, I know what they're trying
They
to
sponsor
say.
apparently.
But God, come on, guys, make a better commercial. Using that generic ass music.
Threatening the back line. He's getting chances. He's arriving in the penalty box, so he's getting chances like we think forwards do at times. So he's valuable to us at that position in the wing. We really like what type of form he's in and what he's bringing for us. And we've considered him at striker. I think only in special circumstance situations when we need a certain quality.
Okay, so that means that Berhalter's dick's going to have to fall off before he plays center forward. That's what he's saying. Special circumstances.
I guess let's be fair. He's creating goal scoring opportunities from out wide.
Yeah.
Why even rock the boat at this point? I guess.
I don't know, because we got to jam a bunch of really good players on the field. Aronson and Reyna still got to get on that pitch somehow.
Throw Aronson at the 10. There you go. Problem solved. You can still keep Way out wide and Pulisic out wide.
We don't play a 10. We don't play a fucking 10, Brett.
Well, he's talking about the possibility of playing Way at the 9 instead. I'm just saying if he's willing to be a little flexible, maybe he alters instead of having an actual 9, maybe Aronson plays the false 9.
So
how about that? Would that make him better? Is that better?
No, that's fine.
We call him the false 9 then?
So when they interviewed Aronson yesterday or today on Jimmy's show, and they were talking about him playing where he played against Morocco and how well he played when we played a 3-2-2-3, according to Gregg. He said that he and Pulisic were the two pocket men in sort of there was the two, which is Nagby and
Nagby, huh?
No, sorry.
Poor man's Nagby.
Musah and Adams playing in front of the 3, and then in front of those two's playing in what Aronson described as a pocket, was pinched in pocket players, was Pulisic and him. And in front of him was Ferreira, out right was Way, and out left was Anthony Robinson. And the back 3, we already know who they were. So if is that a 10? Would you consider that a 10? That pocket, those two pocket spots? I don't know, because then Aronson went on to say it's more like a box-to-box position.
I'll say 8 10s.
Yeah.
Like slashes. In that situation, I would say Aronson definitely had more defensive responsibilities than Pulisic did.
I agree. Yep.
If anybody was going to be more or less the 10 in that situation, it would have been Pulisic.
Yep. Yeah, I'd agree. But, if we played a 3-2-2, a 3-2-2-3 against other teams, I don't know how it will work out. I liked how it worked out versus Morocco. But then again, that wasn't a perfect game, but it's the first time we had tried something weird like that. And, I mean, it looked more like to me with my naked eyes during the game like a 3-4-3. But fuck it, potato.
What the fuck do you know?
Grenada, tomato. Yeah. All right. All right. And then I'm going to play this for you, Brett, because I don't think you've watched this interview yet. Have you?
This interview?
Yeah. The Espresso?
Not all of it. I watched about the first 2/3 of it.
Play Brett's empty bucket with Way and Pulisic up top. Hey, I could go for that. As Daryl Hall and John Oates once said, I can go for that.
I mean, Reyna and Aronson playing the Donovan Dempsey role? Or Reyna, Musah, Aronson, Musah, whatever?
I mean, if you're going to play a 3-2-2-3, you can squeeze Reyna in there. You can find a way to get him in that lineup. So you can squeeze Aronson in there somehow. But somebody's got to go. Someone's got to go. Adams or Musah. One guy. Somebody's got to. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. By the way, the lyrics were, I can't go for that. Not I can go for that. Just to be clear. I know what the real lyrics to the song are. Daryl Hall, John Oates. You don't even know that song, do you?
No.
I can't go for that. No can do. You've never fucking heard that song in your life?
I don't think I've fucking heard of it now.
You are fucking only 13 years younger than me. How could you have escaped life not hearing that on the radio at some point? It's like one of their biggest songs.
It's possible I may have heard it on the radio at some point as I go and do this. Click.
All right. Anyhow, I'm not out here to, say how wonderful Daryl Hall and John Oates are. So we'll move on to, this is the clip at 14:25. My question is, what the fuck did this person say? What did they say? Because I couldn't understand a fucking word of it. Gregg does somehow, but here we go.
Thank you, Gregg, for taking your time out to do this today.
Believe in
Holy shit.
Channel it into skill and purpose.
Third time.
What?
And anything's possible. Deloitte, proud sponsor of She Believes.
I think 2 times.
Had been 20 players from the New York, Long Island area. In fact, the past soccer president had made note of that. Now you have a great many of them, either ties here professionally, personally, familial.
What?
You were the talk of an event yesterday for having attended camps out in the Hamptons as a child. What would be the cause of so many players now? Is it just one of those things? Is it better scouting? Is it your intimate knowledge of the...
It's too many New Yorkers, is what he's saying.
God damn, that dude needs
New York, Long Island.
The fuck did he take some meth before he came to the interview? Dude, slow the fuck down so we can hear what you're saying. I couldn't understand a word of that. And it was something about Long Island. And all my relatives from my dad's side live, well, actually, it's not all my dad and it's both my dad and mom live on Long Island. A lot of them do. Mostly Michigan otherwise, but Long Island. So I've been there, but I've never heard anybody talk like that. Like, that's insane amount of words.
Gary says sounds like he's on the sauce.
He's fucking smoking meth, right? I hope
Kevin
he doesn't
says
sue me.
Deloitte is trolling us.
Well, I had to watch all those commercials earlier today when I watched this presser, and there's 6 of them in the whole video, and the video is what, only 17 fucking minutes? Jesus Christ.
Every presser, before had a presser too. If you sat down and watched that, I mean, you sit down and watch that same 15 seconds like 12 times, and you're just like, I don't know what Deloitte is, but I'm not giving them any fucking money.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. I bet you they're like a bank or something like that. That would be my guess. Some sort of money management company. That would be my guess. I've heard of their name before, but I have no fucking clue what they do. And this commercial is very irritating. They could have done such a better job promoting women's soccer than that.
Deloitte Innovation Solutions.
Like, oh, so they like innovation solutions. Oh, are they like a technology company?
Deloitte is a British multinational professional service company which administers a network with offices and over. That doesn't tell me shit.
They're not even American.
It's a British company.
A British company is funding the U.S. women's team. The fuck is that? We couldn't find a company in our own country that could do that.
Maybe here we go. Deloitte US is provides industry leading audit, consulting, tax.
Knew it.
So,
all those people are creeps, though. By the way,
so,
all those people.
This is how you move money around. You know.
Yes, they're all creeps. Trust me. All those companies are creepy, filled with creeps and sociopaths. All right, just my experience.
We just gotta ask the chat, man. The chat has it all down.
Okay, provide audit and insurance consulting, risk and financial advisory, risk management, blah 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 blah. That's all I gotta say. Listen, that's like I said, I worked in big corporate America. I found it so repulsive. I had to go back and start working with nonprofits again just to make myself feel better. It was so I felt so dirty every day coming home from work. I had to take a shower. It's like, oh God, I falsely sold a bunch of fucking shit. I totally lied doing it too. Oh God, I know they're not going to get half the services I just told them they were going to get. Oh, I feel gross. But that's how they tell you to do it. You make promises you can't keep, and then you say sorry later. That's crap. I'm not even going to mention the company. Not getting into it. Don't need to be sued.
Xfinity, guys.
No, don't say that even.
AT&T?
It's not fucking funny. Okay,
both of them do that shit.
I've never worked for either of those two companies, so.
Both of them. Royal. Yeah, you get this service. What's the extra charge? No extra charge. No extra charge. And a month later, you're getting charged for that shit. And
you get a special offer and you take it, and then you go from like $180 for this special package, and then all of a sudden January hits and it's $270. You're like, what the fuck? No, sorry, sir. That was a special packet, and that offer only lasts a year. Well, fuck that. Just take all my cable away then. Give me the basic 13 channels. Fuck you guys too. I can watch everything online now, so suck it.
See, the doctor's got it down. He goes, that's how I feel working Medicare.
Yeah, it's gross, dude, and it's just not a good feeling. So I couldn't do it. I mean, not even working for a nonprofit feels good sometimes, to be honest with you, because some of that shit's bullshit too. But at least in my lifetime, I've worked over 25 years as an executive at different, nonprofits, and we try to do good. We try. So anyhow, I didn't feel dirty going home. We weren't making any promises we couldn't keep. All right, so that's enough of that shit. Sorry, I was taking a shit. Need info on our one sponsor. I don't think Deloitte is Volkswagen is the big, and Nike are the big supporters of the men's team. So And then you got visas. You can see
AT&T,
AT&T, whatever.
BioSteel,
Yeah. Now here's something I like. I put down in a
Budweiser.
Budweiser. That seems real healthy.
I don't see Deloitte anywhere on there.
No, they don't do the men. They just do women. All right. That's
Very
not how I meant.
Very progressive of them.
That's not how I meant to say it. But that's how it came out. All right. Triple. This guy is hilarious. This guy that asked the last question at 16 minutes in, he fucking calls him Triple G. Watch this shit.
Sure. And it's great to see guys making it through to the national team.
Our last question comes from Andrew Jones.
Of
Thanks,
nothing.
Michael. Triple G, gotta ask you, man. 20 years ago, you were over in Korea, Japan, and off the back getting that famous win against Portugal. Have you been able to talk to this group about your experience with your team making it to the quarterfinals, particularly with the way the MLS players performed in that tournament, with you, Landon Donovan, DeMarcus Beasley, and as well as your thoughts on seeing both Jesse Marsh and Pellegrino Mascherano be able to avoid relegation?
That's enough. That's enough. Before MLS comes after us again for playing a U.S. soccer video, we still have no resolution on that. By the way,
I was waiting to see if I recognize the name because they're just like so and so, and there's no of insert publication here. It's like he's like Grant Wall of Washington Post or et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And it's like this is Steve Jones. And I was just like, okay.
Motherfucker, we picked off the street next door for you.
Yeah. Some randos just applying for a press pass, and they're like,
I think it's awesome.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah. What up, Trip G?
Triple G. Triple G. God, I swear.
He's definitely on the Twitter stream, man. He's calling him Trip G. And
Greg
realized that too, man.
I put out a rant like 4 years ago on my own personal YouTube page that I hope nobody sees because I was really pissed at the time. 4 years ago. And I was the first one going, Gregg. I'm just making fun of his name. I hope that I had something to do with this whole Triple G phenomena coming around. I can't take credit for it because now everybody.
No, even when we started it, you were doing the Gregg.
I was.
And I just for
you started
Twitter,
saying Triple G.
I say Trip G.
Mm-hmm.
Trip G. Yep, there you go. Star Wars got it. And we just have to wait for the chat. The chat got us covered, man.
Well, especially since I'm taking on all these allergies today. I feel like a fucking moron. I hate when I come on our show and I'm like, God, I feel stoned even before I get stoned. It sucks.
Yeah.
At least
Hey,
you broke the
stoned.
Miazgo dog story. Yes, we did. El Grande. I saw something.
El Grande G, yeah.
Grande G. All right. So should we get to actually picking who's locked in? Okay, we'll start. You want to start back or the front?
Let's start at the goalkeeper. Start at the back.
There is no locked starter there.
Well, we're talking about actual starters, say game 1 of World Cup qualifying, right?
Yeah. There's no one right now.
Not just who's locked into coming to Qatar, right?
Right. Who's locked in to start?
Okay. Yeah, no goalkeeper.
There is no goalkeeper locked in to start right now. And that's kind of scary. And this is everybody's healthy too. So
yeah.
Which is what you can't say about left back or right back.
I mean the center back. The goalkeeper, you still have to deal with, splinters and sore backs from riding pine too much, but
yeah. I mean, we might be shocked. Maybe Ethan Horvath does win the starting job. I mean, it's possible. The dude's a fighter. So
when he's on the pitch.
Yeah, no, he's a fighter.
Before he's on the pitch, he's like, "You want me to sit over here? Oh, over here?"
No. Matt Turner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think he said Horvath.
Maybe I did. But
Maybe you did.
Turner's a fighter, and he could win that job at Arsenal. It's possible. I'm not putting it past him.
Well, not only that, but, and not wishing it upon anybody, but perhaps there's an injury issue.
Yeah, we've already talked about the fact that Ramsdale has had a long history of testicular injuries. So those could come back at any time. A left back. Anthony.
Jedi.
It's locked. That shit's locked
100%
in.
locked, yes.
Right back, Dest. Locked. He's healthy. He's there.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
I mean, are you going to play Cannon or... I mean, you could if you played 3 in the back. Yeah, but I think Guest still plays if that happens. But so center back Zimmerman locked.
Yes,
He's locked.
he's locked.
And the only open spot back there is the one right next to him.
Left center back. Yep.
So if Richards gets healthy, he starts playing really well. It's long probably, but that's because he's a big friend of Gregg's. Gregg loves him.
No, there's no lock at that point. Nope. I'm not gonna make a prediction.
Yeah, you can't yet.
We got 3 of our 4 backline
Yep.
picked. Locked, game 1 happening.
Now here's the big
barring injury, of course.
Here's a big thing on Jimmy's show. They say that basically MMA doesn't flow. It's not working. Doesn't flow. So they think that Aronson should start instead of
No, you can make an argument and say that Aronson deserves a start. But prior to McKennie's injury, MMA was flowing fine.
I thought it was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
No.
I think that's a bit of whatever recency history, whatever the fuck it's called.
Recency bias.
Yeah, recency bias. So I think that's what that is. Because again, prior to his injury, prior to McKennie's foot injury, Musah, McKennie, and Adams were firing on all cylinders. They were doing good.
The biggest complaints I've heard mostly in this argument are on Adams.
Sure.
And
yes, I'll agree with you on this.
He can't fucking pass. Like he just does the safest pass, basically.
I don't care.
Great on defense. Great on
his
defense. Yeah.
My issue is not with that because he just needs to sit his ass back. He needs to play the 6, be reserved, let Musah and McKennie flow into the attack, do what they do best, and he breaks up the counter, basically.
He's really good at that.
That's what we need him to do. These last couple games, we've had the past couple friendlies, he's been getting way too much in the attack.
And let me ask,
exploiting some of his flaws that normally wouldn't show up if he sat back and played reserve.
And let me ask you this. Do you, as much as you might like Luca De La Torre, and I do, is he really Adams' replacement as a starter?
Under Berhalter's eyes, no.
I think he's more of an 8, although he did try him at the 6. He did. And he looked all right as a 6 versus Morocco.
I thought he played great against
He did.
Morocco,
He did play really good.
And he at the time.
And unlike Adams, not only did he cut down the lanes and play good defense, he also broke lines.
Attack. Yep.
I get it, people. I really do want to at least test that or see it before the World Cup.
I will make an argument and say MMA is not necessarily secure if everybody is healthy.
Yes.
Because then you really start questioning. And I see Star Wars Satan's mentioning Reina, Luke, and McKennie.
Yes, and that's the thing. You could want Reina there. You could want Aronson there.
Yeah,
in the middle too. So especially if we play a 3-2-2-3.
So yeah, it definitely opens up doors. And if we do play the 3-2-2-3, then yes, Adams is not guaranteed in there. I still think a healthy McKennie and Musah would more or less be guaranteed. Unless Aronson really just keeps pushing for that midfield spot.
Yeah,
and who knows if he performs well with Leeds, he might find his way out there.
Yeah, I mean he's really progressed faster than anybody else in the last 2 years.
Is the worst thing in the world to have a game where either McKennie, Musah, or Aronson comes off the bench for you?
On occasion, you might need to do that.
I'm saying, let's just say if you're assuming that they're all playing for that number 8 role, somebody's got to sit.
Yeah.
So
somebody's
got to sit, especially when we talk about Reina coming back in. Somebody's got to sit.
Somebody said this earlier. I think it was Jimmy who said these are champagne problems.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, they are.
Oh no! So basically, we have a very fresh midfield all through World Cup. Ideally, if everybody's healthy, because again, if we're bringing somebody like a Musah or Aronson in, or we have to bring Weah in or Reina in for the 7s, boo fucking who?
Well,
It sucks for them if they're not playing, of course.
Here's the evidence that Berhalter's getting this at this point. He was asked about Roldan in that presser. All right.
Mhm.
And they said, is he going to start or is he going to? And he said, I'd like to get him some time in the next 2 games. That's not a
off
very
the bench. That tells me off the bench
off the bench and maybe 10 minutes,
against
15
some
minutes.
weak opposition, basically.
Yeah. So we are going to see Roldan more than likely. But it sounds like Gregg's figured this out. Like no more Roldan. All right.
Yeah.
And he emphasized how good Roldan was at his club, but he plays a different position for his club. Yeah.
So did Alex Roldan.
Yeah, they both play different positions for their club.
No, saying Alex Roldan's talked about how misused Christian is.
Oh, really?
And not played enough.
Oh,
the U.S. men's national team.
Well, it sounds like he's a great teammate, according to Gregg, and he doesn't bitch and moan. He's very supportive. If the guys need a reach around, he's always there nearby.
Flip it up.
All right. So up top, out left, we know that's Pulisic. I don't care if it's the pocket part or the left wing, whatever you want to call it.
Wherever you want to throw it, it's out left.
Yeah. And then out right, I think Weah's
just got to be Weah at this point.
She's
locked. Absolutely locked. Yeah.
And then everybody knows this, right? There's no lock at center forward. There's no lock. There ain't going to be for a while. No. So that's going to take a while. By the way, Sam, if you're watching, now's the time to call in to the show. Because we're going to take some more questions, right? We have more.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. But I just want to give them a heads up. We're nearing the last 10 to 15 minutes of the show. So.
Oh, you spoiled the surprise of who's coming on. Jeez, come on.
Uncle Sam is coming on the show. Sam Allardyce will be on the show soon. Can I see that? Sam Cutts will be featured on this show in a second. No, you're not. All right. But we love you, Sam. What are other Sams? Samuel Adams is dead, so he won't be coming on.
Yeah, but there's going to be somebody within the organization that wants to jump on, and I would absolutely bring him on as a sponsor.
Yeah.
I would happily, Sam Adams, if you're watching right now, I know you are, I would happily drink Sam Adams beer in front
of the show.
Everybody.
Yes. This show is sponsored by Sam Adams. It's pretty good beer. It's better than Budweiser. It's better than Miller. Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison. Remember him? Sam Kinison? Yeah. Comedian.
Sam King, Sam Muse.
Oh, Jesus. What have I started?
Sam I Am.
These are all good nicknames that Sam should think about. What the hell?
Fuck, dog.
Monty having a seizure?
Certainly sound like it. No, she jumped up on the futon. That futon is like for decoration only.
Wait a minute.
For kids.
It's a she?
Monty, yes.
You named your she dog Monty?
Yes.
After Montgomery? World War II?
No.
General?
Famous boxer. She's a boxer. I can't tell you what Monty's last name. As the boxer, I can't tell you what the Monty's last name is. But
so
no, we went on to boxers and find out. It's like, hey, let's name her after a boxer, and pick Monty.
Who? There's a boxer named Monty.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Okay, so you name your daughter Charlie, and you name your dog Monty. What the fuck?
Well, Evie's always liked Charlie Rose for a girl's name.
Yeah,
and
it works.
So stick with that. But the funny thing is that you can get away with Charlie being kind of girly in the name.
Yeah, you can.
But we always call her Chuck.
Yeah, that ends that.
She's Chuck. She's Chuckles. That's a big one too.
So the whole time I've been assuming Monty was a boy dog.
You wrong.
Damn. All right.
Pretty sure I've mentioned she does this and she does that a lot.
She'll hit you with the wiffle ball back. All right.
Jesus. She just ripped ass. No, that type of thing.
And so, hey, by the way, Sam, that wasn't a joke. You need to get on the show here. We're ending in 10 minutes, buddy.
10 minutes-ish, yeah.
So
We'll
Sam's doing this new thing. So he's going to tell us about this new show where he has call-ins. People are going to call in a show. You imagine if we let our people call us? Holy fuck, we'd be screwed.
There are a number of YouTubers that do this, and somehow it works for them.
Best soccer show, but it's always the same three dudes that call in. It's always the same three guys. One of them's that reporter. Isn't it Sam Stachel? He always calls in that show. We were back live. Yeah, we know this. We're on right now.
I know. I got the questions, Derek. Come on.
Oh, we do? Okay.
You know how this works.
Let's take them on.
Hold on. I guess let me give it a refresh. Make sure anybody just recently chatted on there. Here we go.
Mitch, one of our favorites. Oh, no funny words
No
tonight.
funny names today.
Oh, wait. We're not done. Riley Reed. We already know who she is. Riley Reed. It's a porn star.
She is. I've gone out of the way and said, like she's an amateur videographer or something like that.
You better use a little bit more obscure porn people. On the Scouserton podcast, Scouserton. Is that real? Said the Everton are looking into Cade Cal. I think that is fucking ridiculous.
I will say there's an actual Everton site out there that posted this too.
Okay.
On Twitter. So apparently Everton are looking at Cade Cal.
Is he ready? No, not to start for Everton.
And they talked about how they're looking at him as a potential starter, not a contributor on the field. Let me rephrase that, not starter.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get a third opinion here, because you said no, I don't think he's ready. I said, hey, this is what they said.
Yeah.
Let's get a third person's opinion.
Oh yeah. Well, that's convenient. Here he is, Sam from Yank Report. It's Sam I Am.
Sam,
not Sam Kinnison.
What do you think about Everton showing interest for Cade Cal? Still the words right from us.
Sam, are you there, buddy? Sam, does he know he's on camera?
I mean, he gave us a little peace sign. What's up?
Guys, if you can hear me, I'm still kind of getting my headphones working.
Okay. Can
All
you
right,
hear
let's
us
continue
yet?
reading this, Derek. Okay.
All right, we're talking. You let us know when you can hear us.
He can't hear us right now, so he can't hear you said that.
Yeah, those are some fuckers.
All right, so start with the I think again, Derek.
Hello.
Oh, there. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Nope. All right, continue, Derek.
I think that is fucking ridiculous. Clearly not ready. Is he ready? No, probably not for starting in the Premier League quite yet. He'd probably come off the bench here and there, play cup games would be my guess. So, never known Sam to have an actual technical difficulty before. So this call-in show could be a nightmare. Richard and Barry, my poll. 17-18. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Our Swiss American
talking.
dual net signed with Basil the past week. Thoughts possibly a 20 camp. Dude, you got to do better than that. There ain't nobody in Switzerland named my pole. My pole. Barry Mayapolo, Dick Mayapolo. All right, so yeah, possible U20 camp? Nope, doubt it. They've got a lot of work to do. All right, more questions.
It's a hard road to walk, to ride. I guess probably been better. I guess, especially for Richard.
Okay. We have more questions, I assume.
Always. Hold on. But let's. There's some people responding to that. Let's see what they have to say.
He isn't ready, but it's also not insane. No, I don't think it's insane. Cal's legitimately extremely high variance prospect and a very high-end athlete. Basically, he has major boom bust potential. He does. If you buy now for cheap and develop him, you can make 10 times your investment and get crazy production. I think Everton would just like him to turn out remotely good so they cannot be fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
Going down the road.
I see. Maybe it's going to come up in the next comment, but he doesn't mention anything about the Mypole brothers.
Well, that's because they're very, in the background right now. Very young kids. Nobody knows a lot about them. They're mysteries. If he hits, there are also some other traits outside of his crazy size, speed, strength profile that are also worth investing in. He has flashes of great quality, and he's a natural ball striker. I understand why Everton is intrigued. He's also fairly good looking. So, I mean, that doesn't help the team. That doesn't hurt the team's image. Let's be honest. Teams like to sign good looking dudes. You're a good looking dude. You got a better shot. There is some sort of bias if you're a good looking dude. And he's stocky too. He's stocky.
You
and
see,
fast.
Mitch provided some photos of my Pole brothers.
No.
See, Richard is Barry. My Bulls.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I think even in French that would be pronounced my poulet. So.
Oh, here we go. So USMNT takes says as posted it. This is via Transfers Toffee. Talking about
Kid Call transfer talks ongoing in his agent, but apparently they see him as a possible first team option. Well, they always tickle your balls with that. They always say that. So, but you know, that San Jose's a sinking ship. I'd get out of that fucking shithole as soon as possible. You really want to be playing next to Yule for the next 5 years of your career? 4-4-2 is needed now. Locked in midfield of Aronson, Reyna, Adams, Weston. 2 strikers, Pulisic, Weah. Dude, I wouldn't complain if that were the 4-4-2 lineup.
Aronson, Reyna, Adams, and Weston. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be fine with that. But the 4-4-2 is so out of style. It is so loathed by like 90% of all managers on the planet that they would feel dirty playing a 4-4-2.
So I would say in this 4-4-2, I mean, you basically playing the 3 midfield we have now, but throwing a 10, which is Reyna, in front of McKennie and Musah in that sense.
Yeah.
Well, Aronson and Weston. Although Aronson plays the number 10 too, so who knows?
Sam must be having a Derek moment with his computer. Because I've never seen him have this much trouble. Sam, you got 3 minutes. We're going to get off at 9:30 as promised. All right. The only locked-in starter is that one guy who spills all the Gregg Berhalter propaganda at the beginning of every press conference.
By Jose.
That would be the turd. Michael Cameron.
There's a picture of his dad. Ancient Greece.
And I'm saying Michael Cameron, I'm sure, is a nice dude. That's all I'm going to say. But he is the turd in the background. Derek, I disagree that Canada is king of CONCACAF. Yes, they beat and drew us in qualifiers, but for them to become kings, they need to beat us in Nations League. Nations League? You mean Gold Cup? Nations League?
We beat them both places.
Markelov. Can we not speak of this thing, Nations League? To beat the champs, they have to knock out the champs. Can we just say Gold Cup?
We beat them at Gold Cup. How about
because
that?
of Nations League, we are playing goddamn Grenada tomorrow. I'm pissed about it. Okay? Because that's not what we would be doing any other World Cup year, preparing for the World Cup. We would not be playing Grenada. It's Grenada. Yes, I get it. All right.
So I think what our record against Canada this entire cycle was 2-2-1. I think we drew 1. We both lost twice. We both won twice, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, let's say
it was a pretty split cycle.
Canada did it when it mattered. They finished top of the group in qualifying because Nations League.
Yeah, but in fairness, I mean, you finished first in qualifying. You finished third in qualifying. What's the difference?
The only difference between Nations League and Gold Cup is in Nations League you use one hand, and in Gold Cup you use 2. It's difference. Okay, they're not.
I'd be more concerned that your 2-hand motion is like this.
I'm a
like
freak.
Went for like a lizard tongue action there or something like that.
No, I had a neighbor over. All right, so
that Bo Burnham had a joke. He's like, is he skiing? You have to imagine actually skiing. Is he skiing or is he in a gay porno?
I'm just saying
he's in a gay porno.
Gold Cup game. That's right. The Gold Cup is fine. it's just qualifying is the most important of those three things. And when it really came down to the nuts and bolts and making the World Cup, they came in first. Yes, I'm very happy about us winning the Gold Cup. I am jubilant about us winning the Nations League, but sure, I would have liked to finish first in the World Cup qualifying. That to me is where the medal,
All right.
the tires meet the road.
We gotta
All right,
speed through these. Sam just sent a message and said that he had too many things plugged in, it wasn't working. So my guess is he's jumping straight onto the show, which starts right about now.
No, it starts at 9:40.
Oh, so he's got a little bit of time to get everything ready for the show.
I'm like, he said the show started at 9:10, then he said I'm going to move back a half an hour, so bump into you guys. So anyhow, what Sam's doing tonight is absolutely insane. Like, if we ever get to the point
guys,
where we are comfortable enough to have you guys call us live on air without feeling like we already worry about us ruining our show.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't. Not that I'm not going to say that I don't trust you guys, but somebody would ruin the party. Somebody would fuck it up for all of us.
I think someone would,
and we would have to immediately go and delete the live stream because, or at least private it, so we don't get our channel completely removed.
Yeah. So, good luck to Sam tonight. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. So after this show is over, go over to Sam's place, and that is Yank Report. And he's going to do this. He's just like going balls out and doing a live show. Now, I mean, maybe some of you guys watch Sam. So he must feel pretty comfortable about this, or he might have a screener. We'll find out.
He's going to be in 3 minutes. The problem is that somebody calls in and starts talking. Everything's live. So, I mean,
they can lie to the screener. Absolutely.
Yeah. You're like, and I'm just going to ask about Gregg Berhalter, and all of a sudden, beep, 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 And Sam's having to pull down the video because somebody didn't want him having fun.
All right, so this is the last one we're doing.
Locks. We got a couple here. Let's hit them real quick.
Locks or Deaths, Jedi, Zimmerman, Adams, McKennie, and Pulisic. Everyone else is up for grabs. What 3 of the 9s do you think will be in the best form coming to Qatar? My guess it'll be DK, Sargent, and Pepe. Probably Sargent. He's going to be playing in the championship. I'm going to just guess he's going to score a lot.
DK should be healthy and playing the championship, though, too. So
yeah, that's not going so well right now with all those injuries. So and Pepe, I mean, if I was going to say, if there's going to be a lock under Berhalter, had to pick 1-9. Probably be Pepe.
It's probably going to be Pepe. So I'm assuming he's going to be included regardless.
He's got to score. He's got to start scoring. All right.
Get playing time.
Yes. Last one. We have another one, or is that it?
A couple Samuel cuts here, looks like.
Oh, shit, 2? How much is this camp a wasted opportunity to rest starters and look at fringe players? It's just not. I'm going to stop there. No, we only have so many games, Sam, until the World Cup. So it's down to shit or get off the pot. There's no time to fuck around at this point. I love Keaton Parks.
We've all predicted though that this is going to be a B lineup anyways.
Yes, for this one game.
Yes. Sure, yes, this one game, yes.
Yeah, Grenada.
Yes.
All right, second question. What kind of performance does Conrad and Ledesma need to warrant a September call-up? They might as well just hang it up. They're done.
2026 for both of them.
And Ledesma didn't even accept the last call-up. He's just getting back from injury, and he's got a long way to go to become a starter at PSV. Conrad, same situation. They've got zero chance. Zero. Okay. All right.
Here's his locks: Reina, McKennie, Pulisic, Weah, Zimmerman, Jedi, Dest, and Adams. That seems about accurate.
That seems pretty goddamn good. He's right on. Sam, you're right on that. My bad, fellas. Technical difficulties. Everything is set up to take phone calls right now. All right. We're going to go join your show. We're going to go watch it. We're going to make hilarious comments on the right. We're going to try to fuck your show up. All right, Sam. We love you. See you soon. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming to the Straight Red Card. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your grandmother. And now go over to the Yank Report.
Do it again. Whoop. Fuck. And like it. That's way too many likes. I got a comment on a channel. Fuck. Oh. Yeah. That should probably do. Yeah, it should probably do.
That hurt. More verticality.